No, there's a lot of funny stuff like that where it changes when you get outside of the country. Like I have a friend who moved his family to Dominica, and he's the only white guy he knows on the whole island. I mean, and he knows that there are other ones that live there, but they're all very nice to him, and they think everything going on over here is ridiculous. And that's a majority black country. You know, they took in his family. They treat him like he's one of them. You know, and kind of unrelated, but when you talk about cultural appropriation, this just popped into my head. Was like this guy was dealing with Africans, and he was wearing some African socks, and he was worried that the African people he was going to be talking to would be upset. And one of the Africans went, "Oh, you must be from the United States. We don't care about that. We don't care about that over here. Wear the socks."
I always point out, if you use cultural appropriation, go to like New Guinea, and you encounter those primitive tribes that you have very little contact with other people, but they're weird. Oops, sorry.
I would recommend you a fan basically to rotate to trigger that, you know, like.
but yeah, go into like New Guinea and check it out. They'll come out wearing T-shirts. Well, that's a United States Navy invention.
Right.
What difference does it make? Right. Yeah, I just, that whole cultural appropriation thing is absolutely
saying in the whole United States, if cultural appropriation is really, you know, like an issue, and not a single American who is not of Czech heritage should drink pills and beer. Just saying. Not okay with that, you know, like whatsoever. No, that's bullshit. You know, like I'm glad that you drink it, you know, and well, even better if you actually know where it comes from, or like what its history. That it was actually failed experiment, you know, like the most popular type of beer, you know, that was actually failed experiment, you know, like it was not supposed to be like that. It was a happy accident, you know what I mean? But hey, if that logic would be true, you could nobody except, you know, like Czechs could drink that. You know, it's like bullshit logic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and we think of it as like flattering, you know, like I'm Irish. Do I get upset that people of color celebrate St. Patrick's Day? No, I don't care about that at all. Go for it. You know, what's wrong with that? You know, are Polish people going to tell people not to make Polish sausage? You know, but if you're on a witch hunt and you need evidence of the devil, then you got to create some pretty crazy criteria for identification of the devil. Man, this guy's pretty squeaky clean. You know, I mean, he employs black people and pays them really well. You know, maybe he's even married to a black person, but he's wearing dreadlocks. Oh, racist. Got him.
One of the worst cases, or I should say one of the more hypocritical ones, was the poor food truck. These two girls went to Mexico and learned a recipe for making burritos. So they set up a food truck in, I think it was Seattle, Portland or Seattle, one of the two. And they basically boycotted. They set up almost like a strike perimeter around it to prevent people from being able to go in and buy any burritos from these two girls, and they finally had to close their restaurant. The hypocritical side is they're probably the biggest Cinco de Mayo celebrators on the planet.
Right.
You know, and it's like, wait, you're buying beer to go and celebrate a battle that did not involve America at all. And how is that not cultural appropriation? By the way, my friend who was my best friend when I was younger, he was from Mexico, and he said Cinco de Mayo is not a big deal in Mexico. I don't understand why Americans make such a big thing out of it. Well, I can tell you why. It's beer sales. You know, it's greeting card businesses and everything like that. That's why we celebrate it. It's a commerce.
Like Sweetest Day. Sweetest Day didn't exist until Hallmark created it. Like Hallmark, the card company, created Sweetest Day to make more money because Valentine's Day wasn't enough.
Yeah. By the go ahead, Paul. I'm sorry.
Just Johnny, you know, like with the stand and stuff like that. Like police would not help them in was it, you know, like just because it's a specific city with a sort of specific policy where politics go into policing, or because I'm like, are you for real? Like, what the fuck is that? I don't know.
I think police, and this was again, I think it was either Portland or Seattle. I think the police are like, no, we don't want to get involved in this. This is a civil deal. And so they just basically let them.
I don't think they were ganging up outside to prevent people from going in. It was like a bad PR campaign. They canceled them, basically. You know, at least that's my understanding of it. But it
was an actual truck, so it wasn't an actual business. And they had set up like a perimeter, and I don't think that if I would have walked up, I would have probably pushed my way through and just got my burritos.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have necessarily stopped me, although nowadays, who knows? But a lot of people just don't have that kind of like, impetus to break through that. They don't want to be cast as somebody who doesn't take this cultural appropriation thing very seriously and all that, and so they basically just starved them out.
Okay.
And that's unfortunate. I'm sure that they saved a lot of Mexicans from being hurt by that, because that's probably, oh my God.
But the Mexicans were involved.
I know. I was being sarcastic.
No,
Go ahead.
There you precisely go, because they claim they are doing something in name of, for example, a certain, like a minority. They invest shit tons of time into canceling someone, and they then claim they're helping people. Don't you think it would be more beneficial to actually invest the time into actually helping them people, even going to work and then donating them the pay? That would be far better, like option than what the fuck were you doing? Literally, that stifles the economical growth, like of, for example, the locality. But like also think of this: if they're making, like pretty kick-ass burrito or something like that, you buy the burrito, and you're like, hey, that's pretty good burrito. I would like to know more. I will go, for example, to Mexico or something like that. I will invest my money more supporting that, like a minority, or you know what I mean, the people of that, like racial background. It's just so counterproductive, so illogical. It just, oh my God.
It's a waste of time and energy, and it's not protecting anybody from anything.
By the way, I have been accused of it.
You've been accused of cultural appropriation?
Yeah, my last name, the Walker Dread.
Oh, really?
Right. It's a play off Johnnie Walker Red.
Right.
But I'm a reggae DJ.
Aww. Inhabitants of peach trees. This is
Johnnie Walker
Dread. Let him talk. In case you people have forgotten, this block operates under the same rules as the rest of the city.
Anti-Kyles.
It's not the law. I am the law.
I mean, they have been the disc since the early 80s.
That's awesome.
And so, and you know what? And yeah, I don't wear dreadlocks. I don't wear a tam.
Oh my God.
I don't do it because you don't have to do that to really enjoy the music and play it for others. But yeah, I mean, I have street cred when it comes to the whole reggae scene, and yet I'm not supposed to use the word dread. And who's telling me? Is it somebody from Jamaica? No, it's just probably some white college student telling me that what I'm doing is wrong. Well, I'll tell you what, if Jamaicans, if we have Jamaican music lovers want to complain, they can complain. I'm not going to listen to them, but I don't want to hear it from you. The
funny thing is most of the Jamaicans I've met are extremely nice people, and probably would just be, hey man, that's pretty cool.